Hi, my name is Joanna, and I wanted to share my experience with an energy healing I got from Vicky Emmanuel. Recently, I had a pretty bad sinus infection. I had really bad headache pressure behind eyes and my cheeks. My whole face just felt all this pressure from the sinuses. I tried every possible natural remedy I could think of, and when that didn't help, I turned to some over-the-counter medication. That didn't really ease up, so I finally ended up getting a healing with Vicky, and she was able to help me right away. When she did the healing, it was a long distance healing, and I could feel right away the pressure in my face and my headache going away and the pressure behind my eyes easing up, and I just felt so good. That night, it was the first night in a long time that I was able to sleep pretty well. Previously I had a hard time sleeping because with all the congestion I couldn't breathe, and overall I felt pretty yucky before, on top of the sinus issues. After her healing, I just felt all this energy and I felt great. That night I slept great, and the next day my sinuses were draining like crazy for the first half of the day probably, and then I felt like I could finally breathe for the first time, and it felt just really good to have all that, pretty much like an instant relief in this pain and pressure that I was feeling for, at that point, probably almost a week. So her energy healing is amazing. I felt great. Besides the sinuses, she was able to cut energy cords and do past life healing, and her healings are awesome, and they really have helped me in so many ways. So just want to share how great and how much I love her healings, because they really work.